Support Pro Play Games on Patreon.
What is up, guys? Live here at Pro Play Games with another first place Battle Spirits deck profile, and we were playing purple this time. So we're trying to hit the whole color wheel here and just trying to see what works and what doesn't, and trying to experiment with some stuff. So this is not your standard purple. I was experimenting a few things, obviously using some like really good purple cards and then some staples and some other colors. So without further ado, let's get into it. We went 4-0. So shout out to everyone that came out. It was a fun time, and we played against a pretty good spectrum of colors. So first card is the Dragonaga Assassin. This card I like a lot. I think it's probably mandatory in every version or iteration of purple. He has curse and he has ability to draw, so those are two things that purple usually likes doing a lot: cursing and drawing. So not much to say. This card's really good. It's a 3-drop as well. We're starting at the bottom curve of the deck. To add to the 3-drops, we're playing Aglavale. We like Aglavale a lot, but we also don't like it a lot because it does like it is greedy for the soul core, and you're going to see this as a recurring trend in purple. A lot of the cards are just greedy for soul core, so this is just one of them. It needs the soul core when destroyed to draw a card, but it does also have curse, and cursing and drawing, like I mentioned before, is just something that we want to be doing. It's very good in the overall schematics of the deck. Then for the to round out the 3-drops, I think these were all the 3-drops that we played. There's a few others that we could be playing that we're not, that we chose not to play, but we're playing triple Beldegor. Beldegor is very good, especially because we do have a pretty high 4-drop count and 5-drop count, which is, I guess you could call it, a weakness to the deck. Sometimes it is dangerous, especially if you're going first, to play a high concentration of 4 and 5s, and unfortunately we did go first the majority of the time today. Literally just like passing the turn because we didn't have anything to do. But we didn't take any mulligans. We just don't do that around here. It's a net -1, so we didn't really do it. But Beldegor is really good because once you do see those 4 and 5 drops, you're getting extra value out of your plays. You're getting, you're getting cards pretty much played from the drop area, which is what Beldegor does. And he also produces a removal suite, killing any 3 drops or less, or anything that's rested that's 3 or less. So, or 4 less, sorry. So, very good card. You can also like combo it, like our deck was combo centric on the Beldegor, and what I mean by that is we were playing cards specifically for Beldegor to trigger. So this red card, for example, Blaze Dragonoid Magio, was used to essentially be able to attack, bring back 2 cores, and then play something like a obviously they can block there and trigger it, but we can auto trigger it here with a Deadly Balance, therefore kind of like self-triggering the Beldegor to come out from the yard. So it's a pretty cute play. It's not super, like, I just wanted to try it out because I figured that interaction was cute and it worked. And also, off chance that I do land this guy, we had the Star Blessed draw and we had the Burning Forest, which both got cost reduction off the red. So it was kind of like between this and Flamefish, we went with this guy. Never really got to get off the combo, but the ability of it was always there. Like, the ability to do so was always there, and this guy also would let you progress your board state, but then kind of like refresh those cores in order to use like an ice shield or something, and kind of, because there is a lot of times that you over commit, like your core committing, like you put yourself in a position where you can't ice shield or something, and then your opponent capitalizes and then just punches you in the face. That guy allows that to not happen, which does happen a lot if you're not careful about what you can and can't do, and your opponent realizes the window. Earth Spider Demon, another great card that we play in the deck. I think this card, it's also very, soul core hungry, so we don't max out a full set, but it is a 4-drop. It's a 4-drop that acts as a removal. I've been able to use this guy in combination with like, what's his name, Baculus, and some of the other cards like the Dragon, which strips all but 1, to put my opponent's spirits in the range of me just being able to kill them on the attack. Really cool thing about this guy is that he doesn't require a lot of Sure, he does have the soul core, but he doesn't require, like, for example, this card does the same thing, but requires it to be level 2, which is very expensive. This guy doesn't. He just, when attacks, level 1, boom. So it's not a huge commitment. And like I mentioned, it's level 4. So level 4 makes it very good in that department of being able to bring back Beldegor and stuff like that. And we played 3 Cavalier. I think 3 is the perfect number for this card. It is sometimes pretty expensive, but being able to cycle through and draw a card without, sucking the soul core or doing anything like that, I think is really good. His stat lines are actually surprisingly good too. Level 1 3K and level 2 4K was pretty relevant all day. More 4-drops. We were very 4-drop heavy. We played 2 of the Mummy Mira. So this card's pretty good. It kind of acts like the Spider Demon in a way because, this one's on a when summon, so you gotta be careful too. Like when you're playing purple, you can't have like too many when summons. I think we were playing like 14 or 16, somewhere around there. But yeah, you have to control your when summon count because you don't just want to turn everybody who's playing Starblast Draw into draw 4s, and then they're eventually just gonna see more Ice Shields than you or more of the better cards. So yeah, we only played 2 of the card for that reason. But like I said, this card was good in tangent with the other cards that ripped cores from our opponent. I played 2 Aglavale, just 2. Same thing, another when summoned effect that we want to not go too heavy on. But this guy, when he sticks around, does a lot of work. In one of my rounds, this guy took down like 2 or 3 guys, so all by himself. So very good card. Does a lot of the work himself. He is a 5-drop. It's kind of heavy. So then we shoot. That's only 5-drop. Then we shoot all the way up to the 6-drops in purple. We have our Dark Bishop King, a Dark Bishop Baculus. Just like insane card. Like you need to play this in purple. Even other decks like red don't play this card too, because it combos so well with a lot of our deck, but specifically it combos in our deck because of the Infernal King Curse Dragon. So if you don't know, Baculus, area of effect, pretty much hits everything, including your own cards, gets around armor and stuff like that, puts everything down to 1 core, and then the Curse Dragon, same thing, AoE effect, it just rips a core from everything. So by putting everything at 1 and then removing 1, everything's dead, essentially. The Curse Dragon can kill your own backlist, so you gotta be careful. After you summon your backlist, you gotta add another core to him, then play the Curse Dragon if you want to like not kill him off. But there's worlds where you do, because the dragon will ramp you for every card that it kills by the effect, by taking off 1 core. So there's worlds where you do want that to happen. There's worlds where you don't want that to happen. You just gotta be very, you have to be very aware that is a thing. So. But yeah, this is a combo that a lot of off-color decks play just because it's so powerful. And then we rounded it out with 2 Meduke. This was actually very surprising, honestly. It surprised me how good this card was, but I don't think I would play more than 2. It's just a very heavy card. Purple's already got very high cost in spirits. This card can get outed by things like Dream Bomb. This card even got counter shorted today. So yeah, it's a liability for sure. But when it goes off, it goes off. And honestly, I didn't really have it in tangent with a lot of other Curse Spirits, and it just kind of held its own because of its ability of just like, once you get it to that level 2 and it does have Blood Curse, and now it triggers its level 1, and it's able to hit your opponent without giving them much reward, so they put them, in a pretty tricky position. And then if they do block or kill her for some reason, then the Blood Curse would really go in effect. But I never got my opponents to get to let her Blood Trigger go off, or Blood Curse go off. But it did its job, honestly. It was a match where I literally saw both of them and had a good time. So that's it for that's it for all the spirits. Yeah, so now let's get into the spells, which purple has an above average number of spells that it plays. Double Core Drain. This card was really good. Just like, I used it once to like gain BP, so I didn't die. But it can catch your opponent off guard, kills pretty much any exhausted spirit because it rips 3 cores. 3 cores is a lot, so that card was really good for that. It's very cheap too. It's only 1 cost if you have all the reduction live. Then you play Triple Deadly Balance. Triple Deadly Balance was pretty good. I like 3. There was a lot of times in my build specifically where I just wouldn't have a turn 1 play, but I'd have a deadly balance. So if my opponent played a spirit, I could deadly balance on their turn, and it didn't feel awful. So also remember, we were kind of like playing that red spirit to kind of like capitalize off Beldegor interactions and force us to kind of play, 3 deadly balance. But I think 3's, the magic number. You can go 2 if you really wanted to, but I think 3's fine. Then we played double core theft. Never saw it all day, but honestly, the card, I played it at like 3 and 4, and it's always been really good. So I did unfortunately have to drop it to 3 because there was a lot of, or 2, because I wanted to try a lot of other things that I didn't, necessarily have any results in testing with. But yeah, this card wasn't good today because I didn't play it, but the card in general is very good, especially when you have like depths out and stuff like that. It is a heavy cost. Burning Force, 2 of. I think 2 is the perfect number, especially when we're playing best of 1s. It's just like, in a best of 3, maybe there's a world where you main 3. There's probably the more likely world where you're maining 2, setting 1. But yeah, I think 2 for Burning Force is the number. And then 3 Star Blast draws. Yeah, this is just, I think, pretty much mandatory in most decks. Draw 2 off the rip is very good. And then being able to potentially draw 4, very good. I played a lot of white where this card is like subpar or dead a lot of the times, and I just casted it for 4 to draw 2, and that was just good enough. So card's really good. I also like the ambiguity and having burst, like being able to be like, oh, is that an ice shield or is that a something else. That's it for the red spells, which, like I said, mistakenly get cheaper if you do end up landing your red spirit. Then we play 4 ice shield. Yeah, for sure. And then you play double dream bomb. That was the only other white spell that we played. Card's just good. The interaction of like bouncing in the flash tap is just something that's left to be desired in Battle Spirits right now, so there's not many options to being able to do that. And Battle Spirit, Dream Bomb's kind of like your go-to. And also, same thing, it gives you the ambiguity in being able to like set an early burst card and then it not be always Ice Shield or something. So I was able to trigger this off life a few times, or off burst a few times. And I was able to, like, sometimes I just need to do, like, it's expensive, but it is problem solving sometimes. If they have a full on board, you're just like, Dream Bomb, wipe your board, okay, let's go. And then, last card in the deck, I think we were playing 51. Netherworld Depths. Like, this card's just, like, the best Nexus in the game, probably. And only reason why we didn't play any other purple Nexus is because Germdine is a card. A lot of people were playing it. A lot of people do play it. And it's just like sometimes having a bunch of Nexuses isn't exactly where you want to be. Especially in purple where you're drawing so many cards. There's a world where if you have like, I had a game with 3 of these and I'm like, well, I might just deck out if my opponent just continues to aggro me and I don't have Ice Shields. But thankfully I had the Ice Shields to kind of like floodgate him from doing that. But yeah, very good card. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That is the first place 4-0 purple splash, white splash, red deck, and we're going to be playing other decks kind of to kind of experiment what everything has to offer. And if you want to see more content like this, like I said, just join the Patreon. We have a lot of free content on there. Then we're going to have some exclusive content on there, and it's a great way of just supporting the squad and all of us for all the Bandai games that you might be playing, even if it's Battle Spirits, Dragon Ball, One Piece, or Digimon. So thank you guys again, and until next time.